Look at all the samples, brother. Makes no dang sense. Howdy and hello, OhDough. Hope you're doing good. Here's a good way to farm samples after the update in Helldivers 2. Do blitz, search, and destroy. Any difficulty, I recommend 6 and above. I'm doing super Helldive for the egg. It's not a big deal. I think Helldive is actually better technically, but it takes you less than 14.5 minutes. You can get 60 plus samples. Like honestly, you can get 80 plus 7, 87 plus 4, 91 plus 2, 93 samples. And it's pretty consistent in terms of getting 50 plus. I'm taking supply backpack, 500 kg, P-strike, and the last thing is random. My booster is going to be experimental infusion. My weapon's instant breaker, sick nerf, with stun grenades because they butchered throwing knives, unfortunately, and grenade pistol, which is better. Oddly enough, grenade pistol is a lot better after the update, which is kind of cool because you lost 2 ammo. But if you have supply backpack, you replenish 4 shots. So if you start off with the whatchamacallit that gives you more ammo, full ammo when you drop, you'll have 6 rounds. Then you can get 16 from the supply backpack. That is a lot of ammunition, brother. 16 plus 6. That's 22. Yeah, 22 shots. My brain's foggy right now. I can't think that fast. Now for this mission, my teammates normally land me near a giant, I guess it's a mega nest. This is on super Helldive. And in this will be an egg. Usually it's going to be a Titan's dead body is the indication. Now, I think on level 7 and up, you'll see impalers. For sure on Helldive, you'll see impalers. Do not run from them like I'm doing right now. They'll chase you until the ends of the earth. They'll chase you across the map, and I mean that. You can run forever, and they will just keep sing, 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 trying to kill you. It's not worth it. And I think they have explosion damage or explosion radius on the tip of their little tentacles that can knock you over even if they miss. Not sure why we gave them explosive spears. Like the freaking shotgun on a stick, and you push it to something and you shoot it. That's what it feels like you're getting hit by from these guys, because even they miss, you get knocked over. Now the reason why I'm bringing 500 kg and Eagle, well, 500 kg and P-strike is to mostly kill the impalers. When they have their tentacles down, their weak spots exposed, and P-strike is really good at one-shotting them. 500 kg is pretty good too. If you don't kill them with one shot, chances are you'll strip armor, and that feels good. Now back to samples. They kind of suck to farm in this giant nest because they're so scattered in most cases. The best spots to get samples on this mission will be Stalker nests, like I said earlier, Spore Spewers, because they'll have, in each case, 10 plus samples occasionally around them, and the hit or miss singular bug nest that has 10 plus samples. I think the only issue you'll have on this map is your teammates don't pick up enough samples. They're not going for them. Here I die, a very gruesome death. Brutal. The amount of combos happening after the update is crazy. I get ragdolled more than ever. It's a little tidbit. I want to make sure I'm not the only person. Have ragdolls gone up? Yay or nay? Ragdoll yay or ragdoll nay in the comments, because I think they've gone up a little bit. Just like my rent. Use code OhDough for 10% off ekkovision.com, getting protein, creatine, electrolytes, which are great even if you don't lift. Trust me. I played a medic named Dr. Doe in WildStar a couple years ago. And also bioproducts myself. I like them a lot. Now here I'm actually going for samples. I try to get good footage of me doing everything clean like. I tried talking over it while I tried talking while doing it. It was not working out. So we have plan B. Editor Doe in full effect, trying his best. That's all I have. That's all I can give you is my best. I think I die again here. Not to really spoil anything, but pretty sure I die again. I think that guy's dead too, which is huge. And if not, his arm is weak. We'll see. I get a little... I see I died. I get a little anxious or rambunctious for the samples there. If you don't int like me, you'll get more samples. And this is kind of why doing Helldive might be better, because it's less hectic a little bit. And it's still easy to beat the mission. But the samples don't change a whole lot. Because as you see top right, it's 40, 39, 7. Little disclaimer. You can get 40, 19, 7 even on Super Helldive, which I think makes no sense at all. But it's based on the map design. And for maps, look for ones that have a bunch of water. That's a standard thing. Usually. Sometimes if it has too much water, you'll get no samples. But on this map, it can be having water means you'll have less bug holes to close, as a requirement, and the samples will be more compact. It depends though. I think the biggest thing is POI. So right there was the Battle Titan's face. I stole the egg. The egg makes you carry it in one hand and pulls out your other weapon if you have one that's also one-handed. I don't know if you can carry it if you have two-handed weapons. Is there a secondary that has a two-handed requirement? Maybe not. When's one-man army gonna come out? Let me dual wield. Let me dual wield support weapons. That would be so sick. What'd I use though? I'd probably use flamethrower and just flame the ground because that's all it's good for now. You just flame the ground and you hope you kill really small enemies, and then maybe railgun. I'd probably actually freaking dual box Quasar and recoilless rifle actually. That'd be good stuff. Or maybe railgun and Quasar. That'd be good too. That's what we need, man. Monster Hunter's doing it. Dallas is doing it. Helldivers 2. Hop on the trend early, bro. Every game's doing the dual box. For the Shrakira hotels, I do not believe there's ever any samples in them. And if there is, it's maybe one or two. So not a big deal. This is a stalker nest. I thought it was a singular bug nest. I'm smoked and dented. It's too tall. Brother built a duplex. For one person. They're like me. They're alone. They're lonely. By themselves in a big house. Medium-sized house. Probably, actually, maybe a small house, but good to be. It is pretty lonely in here. A long hallway. I can think my lonely thoughts while I pace back and forth to the kitchen to get some water. Speaking of that, can folks invest in an RO system? And here we have around 10 samples. I'm sick of going on vacation. I go to a house and there's no RO system. I sit there like a peasant drinking from water bottles. I feel like you would save money with an RO system. You get better water, for sure. It'd be so free. Because the bottled water has a taste to it. I don't like it. No matter what I get, it always has like a strange taste to it. I can't put it in here because then it makes my blender ball taste weird. And speaking of that, when can we get some glass, tempered glass blender bottles? Not to blend stuff, just to put water in. Like a mason jar, but I need this thing. See this? So I can freaking move that around. Every water bottle needs this, and they need a hole like that. Good flow for water, or whatever kind of liquid you're drinking. And here we have the random samples around a bug nest. These don't usually have that many, probably around 5 or 6. And you have to go around the perimeter and go through it as well. Those are kind of scattered. Let's see downside of this mission. It's good for samples. It's got better density than most missions. It's easy to complete. Like, those are all upsides. But it does not compare to the freaking rep missions. Those are goated. I think the only way to bring them... The only way to fill the hole that is currently in my heart with them being gone is to bring them back, first of all. That's the easy solution. Or give me a freaking sample vault mission versus the bots. Or an underground... something hatchery mission versus the bugs where they're guarding a bunch of samples for some reason. Or I steal babies and the babies are samples. Ah, genius. Yes. And maybe for the bug mission, it depends on how many times you get hit, then that like determines how many samples you escape with. I don't know. There's thoughts around it. Because I still feel like the in-game content for me in this game for the longest time was just getting samples. I didn't even need them. I had max samples, but it just felt fun to gather stuff. I keep saying the S word. It's getting to me. But it felt fun to gather as many as I could on that rep mission. And every time trying to get more and more. And here I am being a freaking actual addict in the chat. I didn't mean to caps lock that. It seemed desperate. So behind me was a stalker nest. In front of me is the singular bug hole. You see that right there? That? Look at all the samples, brother. Makes no dang sense. But I'm a sample freaking bloodhound, brother. I find good missions for him. I tell you what. I think they break this bug nest and they move a sample down into it. They best not rob me. I'm also pretty sure I get the majority, if not every sample in this mission, but I also may pick up someone else's samples. Him not dying there is my bad. I kind of had a feeling he wouldn't die. But they're going to pose a slight problem. Almost kill me across the map. And then I throw it at a weird angle. I missed that as well. I'm looking great out here, dude. I'm looking esports ready. Gotta grab that. And then the egg, it gives you 4 orange and 2 purple. So 4 rare and 2 super. Supers are the freaking bottleneck. No, that's a lie. Rares are the bottleneck, and then it goes common. And honestly, the easiest to get is super samples. You only need 20 max for upgrades. You can at least get 30, or in this case, you get 9 every time on Super Helldive. So 9 in under 14.5 minutes guaranteed. If you only need supers, you can get them way faster than that. And if you had everyone on the same page getting samples and they knew where to look and how to look on this mission, brother, I could be out of here with 70 samples at every single mission. If the game lets me, because sometimes you'll get 40-19 for no reason because the game just says, hey man, what happens if you got robbed in broad daylight? Haha, that'd be crazy, huh? And they rob you in broad daylight. With a big old grin. That's what Helldivers 2 feels like. It feels like the game I bought is not the game I'm playing. But we won't dwell on that right now. It's a different video, different time. Different time. If I can find a way to compose it in a manner that I deem decent enough. Normally, I let the timer go to 0, but sometimes teammates get a little anxious and they call on the evac ship early. So when it goes to 0, you have between 2 minutes, or maybe 1 minute 30, and 2 minutes and 30 seconds, which makes it essentially 14:30 maximum for time investment in the mission. I'm still waiting. Oh my gosh, I remember this. There's a whole bug nest over here. But I'm still waiting to get a single-handed revolver as a support weapon, or just new support weapons in general that are fun to use. And speaking of support stuff, how folks feeling about the new anti-tank mines? I've used them 1 time so far, and I won't say I felt too compelled to keep using them. I tested them versus a Charger Behemoth, and it didn't go that great. But I'll probably test it some more. Maybe, maybe not. It feels like recently, a lot of new support weapons don't really do anything to get me jonesing to want to record a video, which is bad. It's bad news for me. Because I should want to do it because A, it's new content in the game as a gamer, and B, I'm a content creator. But for some reason, I struggle to get excited. And I don't know if it's me, maybe I'm broken, or are the new support weapons and support stratagems, or stratagems in general, just not that enticing. I feel like if you drop a bow that has different ammo, explosive, corrosive, incendiary, and it does decent damage, that would get folks absurdly hyped. A revolver, support revolver. Maybe you can do a Kimbo somehow, some way. That just does decent damage. That alone, like an okay, cool reload, I'd be hyped. A shotgun that does more than the double action shotgun, because that thing is medium pin garbage. It's just garbage. So maybe just increase the armor pin of that, some more damage too, and just make stuff do damage. I should have mentioned that towards the end of the video, I'd say some random stuff like I am right now, but imagine a blow dart gun. Putting bigger monsters to sleep. You got poison darts, obviously, so kind of like something that's a bow in a sense. Maybe healing darts for your homies. You can blow your bros. You wouldn't use that tagline? Sounds sus. But that'd be sick. Or just a regular syringe pistol to heal your teammates from deep and give it other properties. Reduce damage for a certain time frame. Increase fire rate for a certain time frame. There's stuff you could think of to make it an interesting support role for people that want that. And that just gives more creativity to certain playstyles and gives people different ways to play the game. I think what most folks are looking for in Helldivers 2 is different ways to experience it. And what they don't enjoy is the constant removal of the current ways to experience the game and the lack of additions of new ways to experience the game. Just saying. This guy is going to do something really silly right now. I think it was him. I think that Chris just grenade pistoled or something, point blank a shrieker. They couldn't see it though. He was coming in Mach 10. He died. Now, when you're at the evacuation, look for samples in the base, around the base. Sometimes there can be a lot. I think I did that earlier, so I've gotten most of them. Just gather some samples. This person's putting the egg in the corner. No one puts... What's the egg's name? Jerry? Nah. I'll brainstorm an egg name, maybe. Maybe not. But I'm pretty sure I didn't pick up any samples from the homies. And I have a lot of them. We also didn't even get super samples. Which I don't care because I'm maxed out on super samples. They're so easy to get. We don't have them here, but I think I was the only person getting samples, so there's that. I've had games where people are just camped out doing nothing. Like we finish the mission and they don't call the evac, which is awesome, but they sit at the base, which is fine, I guess. But we could be getting samples, man. Get the hard S's. But no. Lollygaggers. Now, on Super Helldive, another benefit is the sheer amount of experience you get and also rec slips. So for upgrading your ship modules and whatnot, the rec slips are the big deal. You can get upwards of, I believe, 12k, maybe, but in this case around 11k if you do everything correctly. That's a lot. So almost 12k if you maxed out all the objectives. Be 58 total, because we have the common, the rare, and the egg. Not too shabby. Thanks for watching the video as always. Have a good day, and be on the lookout for other content in the future. Space Marine 2, Wukong, and whatever else may be fun. I'm trying to be positive, I promise. It's tough with Helldivers 2. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Peace.